These employees were pro-Palestinian protesters working for Google, and these were the guys who said that unless Google backs off, Google understandably got furious, sacked everybody, and before that Google had already sacked 28 other employees. The problem with the left wing is, everywhere in the world, the communists, the left, the socialists, they don't want to leave. They want to be beneficiaries of the system and want to disrupt the system from within. I wish they would simply sack employees who disrupt companies' functioning. I think the FBI should check, is there a China factor in all of this? It's nothing for China to pump in a couple of billions of dollars across campuses, across companies and say that, hey, protest. But you know that they throw gays and lesbians from the roof. They kill them. So, according to Islamic law, it's okay to kill gay people. I'm just pointing out, all of you who want to support, who say free speech. President Trump says all the Hamas supporters, all the people who are against Israel, as soon as I become president in 2025, I'm going to cancel their visas and throw them out of the United States of America. I applaud President Trump for what he has said. Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the latest news of the day. Let's go to the United States of America, and two important news have come out from the United States of America. Number one is that Google has fired 20 employees. And why is that news? It's a private company and it can fire whomsoever it wishes to fire. But the news is that these employees had gone absolutely rogue. A, they refused to work, and B, they had occupied the CEO's cabin and they refused to come out. They refused to let anybody work. Who are these employees? These employees were pro-Palestinian protesters working for Google, and these were the guys who said that unless Google backs off from a $1.8 billion project Nimbus, which is a cloud computing project with Israel, unless it backs off, they are not going to allow Google Cloud to function. Now, Google understandably got furious, sacked everybody, and before that Google had already sacked 28 other employees who were similarly inclined. So, my view in this entire matter is that you go to office to work. You leave your political, your religious, your social affiliations at home, and if you have this great angst against Google and you're working for Google, and if you think that Google should not participate in that project, you can simply leave. The problem with the left wing is, everywhere in the world, the communists, the left, the socialists, they don't want to leave. They want to be beneficiaries of the system and want to disrupt the system from within. This is exactly what happened with Google. Now, there are many tech companies where this dissent and this protest is simmering, waiting to come to the surface. I don't know if people will show the same kind of spine that Google has shown, but I wish they would. I wish they would simply sack employees who disrupt companies' functioning. Because once you claim that you're a professional, once you take money for a certain job, you jolly well do that job. That is the core of being a professional. You accept payment for work and then you do the work. And if you don't want to do that work, you return the payment or you do not accept the payment and you leave. That is the honorable thing to do. But as I said, the left, they want the money. They want the fat salary that Google offers. They want all the facilities that Google offers. They want the prestige of being called Google employees. And yet they want to enter the CEO's cabin, not allow him to enter his own cabin for 8 hours, disrupt everything there, and then want to come out looking and smelling like roses as if they've done a great. I just want to tell these people, many of them are Americans, and one of the leaders is a Chinese person of Chinese origin, and I think the FBI should check, is there a China factor in all of this? It could be. It could very well be that China is, because China has interfered in American elections. China does these things. China is very smart. China will not fight Americans face to face, but China will try and disrupt the economy, and China could be funding these protests across the US with a great deal of money. Great deal of money. It's nothing for China to pump in a couple of billions of dollars across campuses, across companies and say that, hey, protest. Get hold of somebody who's a little bit charismatic, who has got great communication skills, get hold of that person, give him a few $1,000s and say start, and then the person starts disruption. This angle needs to be checked because the Google leader of the protests is a Chinese individual. At least that is what the name suggests. Now, Google has fired them, and I hope other companies also fire such individuals who refuse to work. I just want to tell these people, and also the students, and across universities in America, there have been these anti-Israeli protests. And people are fighting with the police. In New York, they actually injured NYPD officers. The New York Police Department officers were actually injured. They threw stones and bottles and I don't know what else at the officers. Now, officers there have body cams. So I'm very sure that cases will be made out and these students will go to jail. That is what they should serve, long prison sentences, and that will be, a very apt and a very appropriate countermeasure by the US government. I also want to say that all these people who are protesting against Israel and saying that free Palestine, I want to tell them that if you ever happen to go to Palestine, the kind of lives that you lead, right? You want support for gay rights, which is fine. As an Indian, I say absolutely fine. Go ahead. But you know that they throw gays and lesbians from the roof. They kill them. It's called wajibul qatl. In Islamic jurisprudence or Islamic law, it's called wajibul qatl, which means that it is okay to kill this person. So, according to Islamic law, it's okay to kill gay people. I'm just pointing out that all of you who want to support, who say free speech, freedom, and then you support an organization like Hamas, what is Hamas? Does Hamas, a terror outfit, work in isolation? No. Hamas was elected to power by the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people and Hamas, they're joined at the hip. They're exactly the same entity. They are not different. Please do not think of Hamas as a terror outfit from outside which has suddenly parachuted into Palestine and is doing all of this against the wishes of the Palestinian people. That's not true. Hamas are Palestinians. They were elected to power by Palestinians. And whatever promises they made to the Palestinian people, the chief amongst them was jihad against Israel, and that is exactly what they've been doing. Exactly. So, here's the thing which I want to tell people, Your campuses, earlier they were inviolate, no longer so. Your police forces are under threat. Your entire society is under threat. Your companies, your Wall Street, everything is under threat because of this marriage of convenience between the left and radical Islamists. And this is what America, UK, Australia, US need to watch out for. Canada, of course. You need to watch out for this. President Trump says all the Hamas supporters, all the people who are against Israel, as soon as I become president in 2025, I'm going to cancel their visas and throw them out of the United States of America. For the first time, I'd like to publicly say that I applaud President Trump for what he has said. This is the language that Palestinians understand and their supporters understand, and this is the language we must use to speak to them. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. And if you like this video, press the like button. I'll be back again tomorrow with another fresh and new video. Till then, Jai Hind.